Welcome back, everyone. It's Albert Lebel, and this is another episode of Stock Lock Sunday. That's right. This time around, I got a brand new, it's a master lock, and there's the part number right there. If you're interested in looking it up, you can do so. It's right there. And I want to also remind everybody, if you want to get a hold of me, my email is always down here in this funky clacker I use. So I still have a lot of people asking me for that, and it's always right there. So feel free to hit me up. And I do want to give another shout out. If you're watching this and you watch my channel, please check out the previous video from this one, Package Day from Funky Monkey. I mean, he hooked me up, man. Funky, I can't thank you enough. I'm glad I didn't send your package out yet because I need to spice it up a little bit, brother. He also included, I don't know if you can see him back there, hooked me up with a couple of Lockwoods. Like I said, I'm still in shock, man. So thank you. And like I said, y'all, please, if you're watching this video, check out the previous video, Package Day from Funky Monkey. You got to check it out. It's epic. I mean, they're all epic. I don't want to take away from any other package days, but it's not every day someone sends you basically a box full of Lockwood. So thank you. And he did send one, and I want to say this is the right one. Funky, let me know. This one's going to go with the Locks Without Borders collection. So awesome. I will hang it up there with a key tag on it after I'm done here tonight. So back to the lock. And I wanted to mention something. This is I want to say it's a 900 series that I'll be doing this time. I'm going to try to do it straight out of the package. But also recently, you could probably see it back here, I finally got me the kit. It's the entire kit for American Locks and Master Locks. Badass kit, man. It was from Mr. Lock Inc. online. And so I can take many of these previous locks I've been doing for Stock Lock Sunday, like these ace pad locks. And let me just put the camera back here. Where we at? Some of these other locks, some of them had 5 pins in them. So now that I got that kit, I can put a 6-pack in all of them and probably some security pins. So I can hook them locks up. All right, so bada boom, bada bing. Now I want to mention something. I didn't know this till a little while ago. I looked this up, and I'm glad I did because I seen some. I want to say it was Whizwazzle. When you pick these, let's get it open. When you pick these, when you get it to the open position, when it's picked, if you slam that shackle shut, you can flip that core around and make this lock pretty much useless. So you don't want to slam that shackle shut while it's in the picked position. And I'm glad I seen that video. Like I said, I think it's Whizwazzle that showed it. So I appreciate that. I'm glad I looked it up. Because it's something I probably would have done. Many of us would do. So do not slam the shackle shut when it's in the picked position. Alright, this ain't going to work. I'm going to have to go a little different route here. Yeah, I was really just looking up information on this lock because I couldn't figure out what lock it was. I mean, it has the 930 blah 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 on there, but I wasn't sure if it was a 900 series or... Oh my God. Jesus. Because it really doesn't say nothing on the lock itself, at least on the front, but it does have a 900 on the key, I noticed. So, let me see if that's enough. Alright. Jesus. Freaking package is tougher than the lock. And this one doesn't, it does say it's a 5-pin. It's a, what did I say, 7/16 inch shackle. This thing's a freaking beast, man. It really is. It's a beast of a lock. And this is another one. I can use that kit and hopefully put a 6-pack in it if it's got a 6th hole in it. I'm guessing they do. A lot of them do. There's the bidding on the key. This particular lock, I got it from Ace today. It was about 34 bucks, I think. It was pretty high. I won't be doing this all the time. But they only had 2 on the rack. And There's the bitting on the key. This was about the best one that they had out of the two. And another thing is I had to have the guy unlock the little, they got a little lock thing on the rack for these locks right here, I guess because they're so expensive. And I think the lock that's on the rack is probably tougher than the locks themselves, but whatever. Alright, double ball locking. Like I said, beast of a lock. Beautiful. I like them. I know a lot of people say, you know, the marshmallow core and all that kind of crap, but if you change the core, sometimes you don't have to change the core. Just repin them and put all 6 in there. You can have yourself a pretty damn good lock, because the locks are good. But they usually have a pretty shoddy 5-pin core. So, without further ado, let's set them keys aside. I will try to do it in hand first. Are we in good in the camera? Yeah, we're good. I will try to do it in hand first. I know sometimes these big galoppy things get a little heavy, but if it gets too heavy for me, I'll put it in the vise. Okay. Got that typical master lock keyway there. Going with top of keyway, and let's see. Let's try, how about, oh, let me try one of these, let me try, sorry, Praxis. This one's 23. Let's see if this will get in there good. See if I can feel the pins. Yeah, not real good, but let's try it. 1's loose, 2's loose, 3, 4. Got a little click. 4 coming out. Feels like 2. I don't think I'm reaching the pins too good, to be honest. Let me try the let's try the skinnier one, the 15. Yeah, I can feel the pins better. Okay. 3. Feels like maybe 1. Getting counter, but I can't set it. There it goes. Okay, feels like a false set, but I'm not positive. Pin 2. Three, 2, 5. Nope, I overset something. I felt it. 5, 4. Yeah, I gouged it. I pushed, I want to say it was pin 4. I overset it big time. I felt it right when I did it. I felt good. Coming back out. Okay, now we're in a, okay, it's not open, but we did go into a false set. So let's see if I can keep it this time without jacking it up. Ah, come on now. Back into the false set. There we go. Okay. So we're open. Now, what you don't want to do is put that shackle back down while that's in the open position. So I'm going to relock it. There we go. All right. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, we got, oh man, Allen screw. Okay, let's see. I was not ready for that. Let's see what we got here. Maybe too small. We got it. All right. That's one thing about doing these out of the package. You kind of don't know what to expect. I think you're all aware of that, so I won't make excuses for myself. All right, let's see. Get some of this stuff out of the way here. And get a pinning tray down here. We good on the camera? Good enough. All right, good enough. So let's get this off the bottom. Bada boom, bada bing. Parts over here. Core. And it doesn't look like it was bypassable. Now somebody correct me if I'm wrong here. Now I think when the key, the slot for the key runs the same way as this, what do you call it, like lobe or locking pawl or whatever you want to call it, lobe. If it's running the same way, you can use the bypass tool. Now if it's running this way like it is, you can't use a bypass tool. Is that right? Somebody let me know please in the comments. And I'm just now noticing too that this is another crimped. So we may have a problem here. Let's see if it's going to want to come out. We may not do a disassembly. And I can tell you it is a 6-pin with 5 pins in it, so more BS. So let's see, it might come out when you rotate it to the let me get my specs on, I can see better. Okay, yeah, I can see the crimp. Oh man, you know what? It's crimped on 2 sides. So even though that one will let go, it's crimped over there too. I don't think we're going to get this off. Let me see something. Oh man, just dropped one of the pins out. Yeah, we're not gonna, I don't think we're gonna get this apart. Not without jacking something up, I don't think. I mean, I can replace the core if I have to, but alright, we're not going to disassemble this one today, folks. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I think it's coming. Let's see if I can do this. It's already getting, it's already looking bad. I apologize. Try and use this fancy thing here. Oh, I can't because it's crimped. Oh, boy. What a freaking mess. Alright. Thank God, man. That's the second time Bobby Keys saved my ass with that plastic follower. 3D printed follower. Okay, we got it. 5 pins, as I said. Get them laid out on the pinning tray. Nice. Alright. And I'm not too worried about it now because getting it back together, now that I got that kit right there, I can replace the whole core, I can replace parts. And the cool thing is too, is inside that box, maybe let me get this done and I'll show you, for those of you that don't have one, I'll show you what's really neat about it. Well, the whole thing's neat, but okay. 5 pins there. Some tweezers. Oh, you know what? Oh, we know what the back is because it was crimped. Okay. Spool in one. Spool in two. Spool in three. Another spool in four. And last but not least, another spool. So this one had all spools. 5 spools. Alright. See that? 5 spools. Alright, now I also wanted to say, what was I talking about? Oh, this kit. Yeah. I mean, the whole kit's badass, but when you it's got this flip out. So not only does it tell you what's inside of each one of the boxes, but there's also the part numbers for all that stuff. So when you're getting running low, you can just use that part number and reorder the stuff. So it makes it really easy, really cool. So anyways, like I said, I got that from Mr. Lock Inc. If you're interested in getting one, they're badass. All right, that'll wrap up this episode of Stock Lock Sunday with this Master Lock. And again, another shout out to Funky Monkey, man. I can't get over it still. And like I said, y'all, check it out. It's the video, obviously, before this one. It says Epic Package from Funky Monkey. Check it out. All right, that'll wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching. Big Al signing out.